I'm a terrible mother. What if people find out? I've made a mistake. I'm no good. I don't want to do anything. My baby, she'd be better off without me. I'm a failure. It would be better if I was gone. What am I saying? That's crazy. Something's wrong with me. I can't do this anymore. All I wanted was to be a mom. All I wanted was to be a mom. I don't feel anything. I'm nothing. I'm empty. I'm a robot going through the motions. I can't give up. I can't go on. I want to die. All I wanted was to be a mom. All I wanted was to be a mom. I'm so alone. My baby deserves more. I'm nothing. I'm empty. I'm empty. What if I let the stroller go? What if I drop her? What if I do it on purpose? Oh God, what's wrong with me? I'm crazy. I'm crazy. All I wanted was to be a mom. All I wanted was to be a mom. How much milk has she had? She's starving. I'm a terrible mom. 10 ounces in the morning. I'm empty. How many diapers has she filled? I have to clean the house. I have to clean the house. I can't sleep. I'm so tired. All I wanted was to be a mom. All I wanted was to be a mom.
Your goal is to try to make sure your home is a place of peace, order, and tranquility where your husband can renew himself in body and spirit. Prepare yourself. Take 15 minutes to rest so you'll be refreshed when he arrives. Touch up your makeup. Put something decorative in your hair, like a ribbon or a flower. Be happy to see him. Greet him with a warm smile and show sincerity in your desire to please him. Speak in a low, soothing, and pleasant voice. Make the evening his. Never complain if he comes home late or goes out to dinner without you. Instead, try to understand his world of strain and pressure and his need to relax. Don't ask questions about his actions or question his judgment or integrity. Remember, he is the master of the house, and as such will always exercise his will with fairness and truthfulness. You have no right to question him. Listen to him. You may have a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the time. Let him talk first. Remember, his topics of conversation are more important than yours. Remember, a good wife always knows her place.
Looks like washing day.
More than 4 decades after being granted the right to equal pay in the workforce, many women are still not receiving it, and on top of that, are bearing the brunt of the 3 C's: cleaning, cooking and childcare.
It's certainly the case that we've probably made greater advances in equality in the workplace than we have in the home.
I said, you have to understand that nothing's going to change for you. You go to work and you come home and everything's done, but my workload doubles.
According to a Swedish study, women become emotionally distressed if they feel they're doing most of the housework and are not being treated as an equal by their partner. This can result in psychological distress that could include restlessness, nervousness, anxiety, and reduced marital satisfaction.
The World Economic Forum published a report recently that says the United States finishes far from the top of the list when it comes to gender equality. According to the report, women fared best in Iceland, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. American women finished 23rd on the list of 136 countries. For more perspective, earlier I spoke with Kathleen Gerson. She's a sociology professor at New York University and the author of a book about gender and family titled The Unfinished Revolution. So what is it about the Scandinavian model? I mean, when I rattled off that list of top 4, Iceland, Finland, Norway, Sweden, what's working there? What can we learn from that?
I think that the Nordic model, as it's called, has figured out that there are two important ingredients to creating gender equality, which, by the way, actually produces greater economic stability and greater overall social health. And those two ingredients are, on the one hand, notions of equal opportunity in the economy and at work, and which Americans would find very little fault with. But the other side of that equation is they've also supported notions of family support policies, that they want all their families to be healthy, to be economically secure, and to have as many earners as possible and as many caretakers as possible. And so that means not only that they've incorporated women into the workforce, they've incorporated men into the home. They have very strong policies that bring men in as fathers. And finally, they've accepted and in fact embraced the notion that families are part of larger communities, and good child care makes it possible for women and men to gain more equality in their lives.
In educational attainment, we are tied for first with about 24 other countries. Exactly. But when it comes to health and survival, the specific measure of healthy life expectancy, we're 53rd. And that's much lower than one would think living in the U.S.
It's very, very counterintuitive, since we talk all the time about our high life expectancies, especially for women. But I think that the lesson here is we are quite obviously one of the few, the only industrial, wealthy country in the world that doesn't have a national health system. And I think that is showing up in these statistics, that we like to think of ourselves as being one of the healthiest countries on earth. But in fact, when you put it all together, people at the top may be doing well, but we're not as a country doing that well compared to other societies.
Another one of the categories that they measure is economic participation and opportunity. We ranked 6th overall because we do have leadership positions that are filled by women, but we ranked 67th when it came to wage inequality. And that's a conversation that's been happening in the U.S. for a long time.
And there was a moment in time when we focused on affirmative action, getting women into the workplace, but we didn't focus as much on what happened to them once they got there. So yes, we've had some examples of women breaking through the glass ceiling, but in many, even the most highly paid professions, there's been a resegregation, so that even in those professions, men tend to be doing better than women in the more highly paid positions.
All right, Kathleen Gerson from NYU, thanks so much.
My pleasure.